Hello guys, it's Dale here with another day trading idea. Today I'll be talking about the ES, which is futures for Standard & Poor's Index 500. But before that, just a quick note about a sale that I'm running on my website, trader-dale.com. There is currently a Black Friday sale, and this means that you can get 52% discount on my order flow pack, which you can get in here, and on my elite pack, which focuses on volume profile training, which you can get in here. Alright, so check those packs out. They are currently 52% discounted. And let me now switch over to the charts. The first thing that I want to comment is a chart of the Australian dollar Swiss franc. The reason I want to comment on this is because on Monday, if you noticed, I sent you an email with a video where I was showing you trading ideas, and one of them was Australian dollar Swiss franc. And in the video I was talking about this heavy volume zone and about the resistance this heavy volume zone represents. Right there I was talking about this level at 63.95. As you can see, the price already retraced to that level. At first shot a little bit above it, but still the price was within this heavy volume zone, and then there was a nice reaction. Ideal place for a take profit would be right here, where the price hit the first deviation of the VWAP, as the first deviation of the VWAP often works as a strong support or resistance zone. So this was the trade on the Australian dollar Swiss franc based on the resistance from the Monday's video. There was also another trade from the Monday's video. This one was on the Euro Swiss franc. In here the reaction was way faster and also a bit more precise. The level was based on volume accumulation setup from here, and those volumes, this was the level at 98.36. As you can see, the price made a pullback to that level yesterday, and in here this was the reaction. Alright, so that was another nice trade based on the Monday's prediction. The third pair I was talking about on Monday was British pound, but that level hasn't been tested yet, so it is still active. Alright, so that's for the little recap. Let me now switch over to the ES. This chart shows the ES, which is futures for the Standard & Poor's Index 500. You are looking at 30-minute chart, and what I want to talk about in here is this support, which is at 39.20. This support is based on a volume profile setup, which I call the trend setup. You trade it when there's a trend, like in here. There was a strong buying activity, strong trend. And what you do when there's a trend, you use flexible volume profile to look into the trend area, like this. It doesn't really matter if you use the profile like this or like this. It will always show you this heavy volume zone and point you to this support. Right, this is the beginning of that heavy volume zone, which should work as the support. And the reason behind this volume profile setup is that buyers were pushing the price upwards, then they were adding to the long positions in here massively. You can tell by looking at the volume profile, and then they continued to push the price even higher, right? So because the price continued to push the price even higher, because there was this uptrend, that's why I tell that buyers were active here and adding to the long positions, right? And that's an information I work with, because I expect that those buyers will be defending this zone in the future when there's a pullback to it, right? They place a lot of their longs here, and they should defend their longs. They should defend this zone, which is clearly important for them because they placed so many longs there, right? So that's why they should start manipulating the price to go upwards from this zone again, and that's why it should work as a support, right? So that's why I expect that the price will react there. So that's the volume profile setup based on the volume cluster here. Now, another reason I like this level, if I zoom out a bit, is that the price reacted to this level very nicely in the past. In here and in here. Also sort of in here, but this was a little bit below the level, but still it was in the area. So as you can see in the past, this zone worked as a strong resistance, right? Because the price was bouncing on it. Now, the price went past that resistance, which means the resistance turned into a support, right? That's what happens when a resistance is breached. What happens is that the resistance becomes a support, right? This is a price action setup that I like to trade and that I like to combine with volume profile setups, like the one I showed you here, the volume cluster, right? As you can see, this is at the same place. Resistance becoming support setup and the trend setup I showed you on the volume profile. So those two setups align, and that adds strength to that support, and that's a combo I like to trade. So what we need to do now is just wait for that pullback and take it from there. You can use limit orders, no problem there. Only thing you need to be careful about is macro news. You don't want to trade during significant macro news. All right, so that's about that. That's about the analysis on the ES. I hope you guys found it useful, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you next time in some next video, or if you decide to take one of my courses, then I'll see you in the members area. All right, so thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy trading.